Okay, we'd like to thank you for tuning in today for the podcast. I believe this is podcast 848. And of course, Jay is saying, no, it's not. It's not. But I guess I'm going in that direction. And we've got with me today Ella Wrenn. Ella Wrenn is affiliated with Cape Fear Regional Theater here in town. And that's quite a venue, if you will. And they do a lot of things for the community. One is presenting plays. And I'd like to talk a little bit about that. And I know Ella has some things that she would like to bring out. And I hope what I have on my list will assist her in bringing them out. One thing that comes to my mind is Cape Fear Regional. How long has it been around?
So we've been around in some way or another since 1962, when Bo Thorpe and an intrepid group of players founded the Fayetteville Little Theater. Mm-hmm. And they did 2 shows that year. And then it's grown by leaps and bounds since then. And we're now the 4th largest producing theater in the state of North Carolina.
Would you say that again? The 4th largest?
4th largest producing theater, meaning that every show you see at Cape Fear Regional Theater is built, the sets are built here by our team. The costumes are built here by our team or sourced by our team. The designs, the rehearsals, all of that happens at CFRT for that production that is produced by the theater, mm-hmm. and then it goes away at the end of that. So it's different from a presenting theater where shows tour through as part of a larger circuit. Mm-hmm. We are in direct conversation with the community about what shows we're going to produce, and then we're also a home for local artists here who can work and be in and design the shows that we're doing.
All right. You said a lot of things there. Where are the shows? Where are the plays given?
Yeah, what a great complicated question you've just asked. Yeah. Right to the heat of the meat here, Mr. Jerome Scott. We are currently doing shows at 1707 Owen Drive, which is the old Holiday Inn Bordeaux, for mm-hmm. those who may remember it in that iteration of its life. And we're doing our plays there. We've turned that ballroom sort of convention center space into mm-hmm. a 240-seat black box theater. Okay. And we're doing our shows there while our main facility at 1209 Hay Street is being renovated.
Okay. And when do you plan to get into the new facility?
Yeah, we plan to be back in the new facility around this time next year, so in the fall of 2026.
So that's really right around the corner.
Yes.
And for those of you that don't know this, they have literally torn up Haymont. The area in Haymont, because that's where the new facility is going to be.
Yeah, just our corner of Hay Street, not the whole of Haymont, but it did create some shifting traffic paradigms, and we're so grateful to everyone for rolling with it. We promise it'll be worth it in the long run.
Super. And the season starts and ends?
Yeah, so our seasons runs September through end of May, first week of June. So we're in our second show right now. We've got 1 week left of Little Shop of Horrors, which was directed by CFRT's artistic director, Mary Kate Burke, and choreographed by Emmy Award winner Tice Diorio. If you have fans out there who used to watch So You Think You Can Dance, he won his Emmy for his work on that show. He's an incredible dancer, choreographer, and we were very lucky to have him here with us. And then our director of education, Mark De La Concha, is in Little Shop of Horrors as Mr. Mushnick. So it's a really special, beautiful production with some really beloved faces, including also FSU alum Dion Relaford Hayes, who is back with us playing Seymour.
Okay. This is a test question now, Ella.
Okay.
You mentioned 2 of the plays. What are the other plays that are? Do you have that at the top of your head?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for you.
Go ahead.
Okay. So we're doing the 34th annual production of The Best Christmas Pageant Ever, and that's coming up next after Little Shop. And then starting the new year off, we'll be doing High School Musical, which people are very excited. We literally get sometimes people who dance in the lobby, do the choreography from the Disney movie. Mm-hmm. And then Driving Miss Daisy will be the second show in 2026. And then we'll close the season with Crowns, which is a gospel musical set in sort of church about Black church identity and the hats and crowns that women wear.
All right, super. So you have, what, 6 shows a season?
Yep, 5 main stage shows and the best Christmas pageant ever each year.
Yeah. So how do we have the best Christmas show ever? How can that be the best if it's been every year for the last 100 years?
Every year is the best.
every year is the best. Okay.
Every year is the best.
We'll leave that alone. And you can get tickets just about what, anytime?
You can get tickets for any of those shows. If you want to buy them all right now, you totally can. They're all on sale at CFRT.org. There's a big button that says buy tickets in the top right corner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Super.
Yeah.
Super.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, do we have little people, children in these plays, some of them. Is that correct?
Yeah. So Best Christmas Pageant Ever has 4 companies of 40 youth from the community who do this show. And I think that's part of what makes it the best every year,
right,
is that there are now generations of parents who were in it, whose kids are now in it, or grandparents who were in it, who now have grandkids in it. So it's this really beautiful expression of community continuity and family and all that good stuff.
That's
so,
good.
And then we have occasionally other opportunities for kids on the main stage, but also a full spectrum of programming for youth that happens year round.
Well, the thing that comes up, I think we have out there, I'm sure in the community, where we have youngsters that would like to go into theater. So they say, until they audition.
Yeah.
And then you have a back door that you can kick them out, right?
No, never,
Okay.
never.
Okay.
We're a very kind auditioning institution, I think, and we're always excited to have kids of any age and skill level participate in any of our programs. So we do classes, we do camps, we do, a variety of ways for you to get involved if you're not quite ready to throw yourself into an audition process. But we do also offer local auditions for very, very many of our shows, and encourage and invite people who are excited about, being part of what we're doing and feel like they have the right talent and the right, demographic fit for the role to sign up and come out and see us.
So you do have workshops for the children to actually try to hone their skills, I guess.
Yeah. We offer classes in a lot of artistic disciplines. So we do acting, musical theater, improvisation, sometimes dance, and different levels of that. So you can start with us in elementary school and then sort of progress through our curriculum. And I think those classes and camps really set kids up for the opportunity to audition for the main stage, because it is a different experience to be like, just chatting with you like this, and then all of a sudden to be up on stage in a spotlight with a microphone. Your voice is a lot louder. You can't see the audience. It's like just a totally different sort of mind game.
Right.
And so I think we really encourage kids who are interested in auditioning for main stage shows to come and take some classes, to do some summer camp work, and then sort of graduate up to those main stage opportunities.
Well, I think certainly the idea of, again, I'm going back to working with the youth, is there a particular time that you actually canvass the community? Do they come during the summer months, or is there things happening during the year that the parents can call and find out about?
Yeah, totally. So the studio classes happen on a semester schedule. So they start in the fall, kind of with the school year, and then again in the February, I think, with the school year. And then summer camps, registration will start for those in February, and they always sell out, and they sell out increasingly fast every year. So if you're excited, or your kid is excited about getting in summer camp, definitely follow us on Facebook or sign up for our e-blast so that you don't miss those announcements right when they come out of the gate. Last summer, we had 360-ish kids in summer camp, and we had 116 kids on the wait list for summer camp, which is part of what's driving this whole renovation and expansion that we're doing, because we know that with more space, we have the demand is there to serve more people.
Demand is there. That's great. That's great. Shifting a little bit about the new facility, tell the people out there listening about the new facility as best you can.
Yeah, it's going to be...
Let's picture this.
Yeah, it's going to be so exciting. Sit back, close your eyes, imagine the corner of Hay Street and Highland Avenue. And we're really trying to create a space that feels transparent and beautiful and highly functional for the work that the theater is trying to do, and also creates some other opportunities for us to engage with the community through our facility. And so in doing that, we're creating a really beautiful, big, open lobby space that will be open during the day for things like book club meetings or business coffee meetings or mahjong groups or whatever. And then we have private event spaces. We're adding a rooftop terrace.
Rooftop terrace?
Yeah, listen up, folks. To that will be serve sort of many functions. It'll be available for rentals for private events, but also it is set up to be like a small cabaret sort of experience. So there's a small stage and seating for somewhere between like 75 and 100 people. And that's a great new asset for us because it creates some additional creative economy for the artists who make their home here in Fayetteville. If you're predominantly a musical theater performer and we're doing a play, and so you're not working on the main stage, now there's an opportunity for you to come and do like a set of, the Great American Songbook or Sarah Bareilles or Aretha Franklin, whoever your musical identity aligns with, you can come do those performances on the roof. And that gives those performers more opportunity to work, but also creates, if you're a little leery of coming to a full musical, but you love live music, you can come to the roof as like your gateway into the rest of the programming at the theater. So yeah, we're doing that. And then we're also adding 2 education studios along Highland Avenue. And we're actually shifting the whole orientation of the building. So the front door will now be on Highland instead of Hay Street.
Okay.
And that will be, really nice for everybody who's trying to drop somebody off at the theater, whether that's a elderly parent or a woman in high heels or a child. That'll just get you out of that sort of 5-way intersection and a little bit more of a calm entry point to the theater itself.
Okay. Another trick question here. We've got a number of young people or even adults that have come through Cape Fear Regional Theater. They've gone on.
Yeah.
Have there been a few people that come to mind that have gone on to Broadway?
Yeah, like an awesome number of people who have great success stories coming out of Fayetteville. Most recently, Molly Griggs was on the cover of City View magazine just like last month.
Okay.
And she is in The Residence on Netflix, which if people haven't watched, it is so fun. And so fun to see Molly up there thriving in the Shonda Rhimes Netflix show.
And she was a part of Cumberland
She
County.
grew up here. She was, in fact, in the very best Christmas pageant ever when she was a kid and grew up on the stages and has since gone on. My husband and I just saw her in John Proctor is the villain when we were up in New York. That she was in that Broadway show, and she was on Hello Dolly with Bernadette Peters as well. So she's really thriving. And there are so many other success stories. Natasha Yvette Williams is currently in Wicked on Broadway as Madame Morrible. Dionne Relaford Lee, who is here playing Seymour, was in the Tina Turner musical on Broadway. So there's an incredible array of talent that has gone on to do really exciting work beyond the community. Yeah.
Well, one thing that comes to mind because I talk to a lot of folk, but also youngsters, and it's interesting from the standpoint in the theater, you have an accounting office. Mm-hmm. You do, right?
We totally do.
All right. So again, the youngsters that are going to school and they have a flair for accounting, there could be a job waiting for them in the theater.
Yeah, In fact, there totally is a job waiting for you in the theater if like business and accounting is your jam. And
right
I think
now, there's something ready right now?
not with us right this second, but like I guarantee you that like those jobs are open out in nonprofit
I
theaters.
wanted to get that because I speak to students and they, well, I'd like to do this. Have you thought about?
Yeah.
So that would be.
Yeah, I love that question. And I love this idea that like, if I could, I would love to communicate to people who are majoring in business that the nonprofit sector is a great option and a great opportunity, and you can, earn a livable salary and do meaningful work in your community. And this sector is hungry for your skills. And so, and that's a huge range. Like, yes, that's theater, but it's also, the United Way and Fayetteville Urban Ministry. It's all these different nonprofits that cover like a huge swath of social and creative services, and are really, I think, foundational to making our communities into what we all love them to be.
And I could mention design. That's a big need, I suppose.
Yeah, design. So design, directing, choreography, acting, those are all creative disciplines that are, require a level of skill and are largely freelance positions. Mm-hmm. So if you're excited about the hustle, then those are great opportunities for people with a creative mindset. Mm-hmm. And there's so many, I think like what I always encourage people who are early career theater makers to do is stay open to the unusual opportunities that come across your path as you're building your career and moving towards whatever great thing is going to sustain you next. Because like I worked with a lighting designer in New York, and one of the things that sustained his lighting career was that he lit the holiday windows for the Macy's department store. So theater disciplines infuse so many other areas of life. I have friends who stage manage Microsoft conventions in Seattle, or, so there's so many ways that you can deploy your skill set that, will work to sort of fill in the year around your artistic life.
And I think certainly the children, the youngsters are missing the cue when they're going through school, because what they're interested in very well could be on the set, and they're missing, well, I never thought about going into theater. And based on what I know about some of the kids, I don't want you in theater. But
so sassy.
But at any rate, if you've got a talent for this, that's something.
Yeah.
One thing that I thought was interesting, or could be interesting, is set design.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff, the woodworking and building the steps, and making, that's
CFRT has a technical director who takes designs from scenic designers and translates them into buildable plans. And he has an engineering background in addition to a theater background. So it goes both ways, right? You can take your theater skills and deploy them to other sectors, and you can take your other sector skills and deploy them to your life in the theater.
Okay. All right, super. So if you don't mind, what is your background again now? What is it?
So my background is in theater. But I had a business minor when I was in college, and I really think everybody who pursues a career in the arts should also study business, because as you just observed, like, we are a theater, but we have an accounting office.
Yeah.
And as an actor or a set designer or a choreographer, you are an entrepreneur, and your talent is your business. And if you don't know how to run that business with some kind of strategy and thought, it's going to be harder than it has to be, if you've never thought about negotiating a contract or anything like that before.
Okay. All right, super. Anything else about on the shift here to the renovation? It's going to be finished next year, and what's going to be different next year in 2026 from what we have now? Or had about a year ago?
Yeah. Well, I think the building will look really different from the outside. And if you haven't seen the renderings, I'd encourage everyone to visit our website at cfrt.org and click on the capital campaign tabs. Because the visual really, everyone says, and it's true, a picture says 1,000 words about what it is we're doing. Mm-hmm. I think the people can expect the theater itself, the auditorium, to feel very much the same. We did a $1 million renovation of that theater that reopened in December of 2021. And it's been, like hermetically sealed against the rest of the construction. So that work is remaining intact and was all done strategically with an eye towards the rest of it. For example, we put demountable seats, meaning we can take the seat out, in the middle and the very back of the theater when we did that phase 1 renovation, so that when we finish phase 2, there will be ramp and elevator access up to those seats. So if you're an audience member in a wheelchair or with mobility issues and you're not excited about sitting in the very first row of the theater, you don't have to anymore. You can sit in the middle, you can sit in the back and have the kind of experience that you want to have when you come visit us.
You said something, and I don't want to let this go because it popped in my mind. This renovation and the new facility, it's all for free. Is that correct?
Oh, would that it were.
Yeah.
No, you always got to pay to play. Yeah.
So how do you inform the audience there on how to get this through?
Yeah,
They want to write a check.
Yeah, well, first of all, we'd be honored to have anyone be an investor in this project. It is a once-in-a-lifetime moment for the Cape Fear Regional Theater. The last time it was renovated was in 1988, and this renovation delivers a lot of what the team at that point had hoped would come to fruition in the future life of the theater. We're building up, we're adding more square footage, we're changing the layout to make more sense, not just for the audience, but for staff and artists as well. And so I think that when you write a check to this project, you are investing in 50 years of continued access to world-class art here in Fayetteville and Cumberland County.
So you're investing for the next 50 years.
You're not necessarily writing a check every year for 50 years,
okay.
Although you could if you wanted to. You certainly could if you wanted to.
Okay.
But no, we are. It's a $25 million project. We have raised $21.4 million towards that project. And so we're working to close the last little bit of fundraising, hopefully before the building opens. And actually, this moment in time represents a really unique, special window to give in because we have a match that's in action right now.
How does that work?
For people who pledge an amount to the campaign by the end of the year, the full amount of that pledge will be matched by a fund created by an incredible group of donors and a foundation. And you still have a 5-year window to pay it. So for example, if you say, I'm going to give $25,000 to the campaign, $25,000 gets matched, and then you could pay $5 this year, $5 next year, et cetera, for the next 5 years.
And their name would be on the bathroom door?
Your name will be on our stunning lobby donor wall. There are different levels that range from just your name to an expression of your name looking maybe more like a signature, to a photo of your family, to a story about your relationship to the theater or why you felt inspired to give to the campaign. And all of that donor information is on the website. We also still have naming opportunities available for different spaces that start at about $150,000 or $200,000. And all of that is payable over 5 years. So the goal of creating that ramp for giving was hopefully to give people an opportunity to stretch for a donor level that they felt excited about, knowing that they had 5 years to make the commitment.
Well, I think the key point here, I believe, might be 5 years to make it all reality, but also there's no donation too small.
For sure.
So with that being said, if you have $1, you'll take $1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, our youngest donor, who I think is probably also our smallest donor, but she she's 7.
Okay.
And she gave us like $5.86 from her piggy bank. And we have an enormous fondness for her in the same way that we do for some of our higher level donors.
Okay, $5.80, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you took a lot of nerve to take that.
Yeah.
Oh my.
She was
There's no shame in the game with Ella.
She was
anything.
a very clear donor. She had very clear wanting to make sure that this building happened, and she wanted to be a part of making it happen, and we're very grateful for that.
And I guess she's going to appear this year in the best Christmas pageant ever, right?
I can neither confirm nor deny that, but I do. She did speak at our groundbreaking alongside Ralph and Linda Huff, who are also incredible supporters of the project. So it was a nice parallel.
Well, I wanted to thank you for stopping by and sharing the information about Cape Fear Regional Theater. I've been chomping at the bit to have you out here, or have someone from the theater come out here. And because a lot of people don't know. Do you find that interesting that you can run into someone who says that they didn't know this was going on?
Yeah. I think in any business, you're sort of fascinated by how loud you feel like you're being, and how many people still don't know or have some strange misconception about what it is that you're doing. I was talking to someone the other day who was under the impression that we were still producing our shows on the construction site. And I understand where that confusion comes from, because the theater's still there and you're used to looking for us there. So it's just interesting. And I know we're hard to keep a pin on these days. And so all of our box office hours and location and various locations for different education offerings, all of that can always be found on our website.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, it's all there. If you're looking for Cape Fear Regional Theater, just go to the old Holiday Inn and look for room 204. And
look for the ballroom. You'll see it. There's a lot of signage.
Yeah, it's easy to find. You'll love it. You'll love it. Ella, I'll let you close us out. And is there anything that you'd like to bring up or say or big or anything like that?
Well, thank you so much for having me. Jerome, you've also been an incredible ally and supporter to the theater over these years. So you're still the one in our book. You're still the one.
I'm the one. Yeah.
And I think for the community out there, I would just say that we want you to come and be a part of what we're doing in any way and every way that feels meaningful to you. So we want you to come see shows and be inspired and laugh with us and enroll your kids in programs and be a season ticket holder and be part of this incredible future that we're building for the live arts in this community. We'd be honored to have you.
That's great. You heard it from here. The insurance guy, this goes into how we're dealing with the children and you. We'd like you to be a part. We'd like your children to be a part. And certainly they don't have to audition. That you don't have to audition. I'd like you to give some money, but the point is, they can come. You've already said, little Johnny or Susie, they're cute. They can act. Well, we'll see. Bring them out. We'll check them out from that. Okay, I think that will give us a wrap for today. Producer, how do we stand? Are we looking good?
Looking good.
We're looking good, so he says. I'll get the real information after the show is over. Again, thank you very much for tuning in. Take care.